Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World 5. Back again to look at something new. And this time it's the East Coast Mainline Diesel Railtour Pack, which is a Diesel Railtour Pack on the East Coast Mainline. That's it. What more do you want from me? If you're watching this on the YouTubes, hello. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get the pack. A link down there to the Twitchy page. If you can watch me live on the Twitchy. If you can't, the link will still be there regardless. And the link down there to the server of the Discords. So yeah, not done anything in this myself because there have been, well, let's just say some issues. Hopefully all fixed. We'll see. So I've seen no content on it, done nothing on it. So it'd be my first impression you will get of this, and an honest one as always. Good evening to Trent, Tiger, Colin, Nightbot, Trent and Colin. Right, so it's on the East Coast Mainline because, well, that's what it says. So we'll go to the East Coast Mainline, not Cardiff Bay, and so that'll be the East Coast Mainline. Then it'll be this one, and it's scenarios. So we got a number of them which are here. So those are the ones you get with the standard East Coast Mainline. So now we've got double up operator class 45 and 47484 double headed from Peterborough to Doncaster. Take the 45 and couple to a stable 47 in Peterborough before reversing into the coaching stock and heading towards Doncaster. Hi Ethan, hi McBone. Right, this is what we're going to do. Drive Isambard Kingdom Brunel, I thought he was dead, from Doncaster to Peterborough on the first leg of a rail tour to the southwest. During the journey, you'll be given information about the life and career of Brunel. So that's the one we're going to start at. You got this one, 45 from Peterborough to Doncaster, a double-headed 40 from Doncaster to Peterborough. There's a theme here. 47484, performing a rail tour from Inverness to King's Cross. Pick up the heavily delayed service at Doncaster with stops at Grantham and Peterborough. Take Isambard Kingdom Brunel as at Retford, go to Doncaster, some Peterborough parking, some Brunel nights, weather woes, and Christmas at the Cross. So yeah, a few scenarios that you get with it. I've got to be careful of the coughing. I ruined someone's video experience on YouTube. They commented today because of my coughing. I do apologise. There may be something wrong with me. Well, there is, but medically. Right, so we're going to do this one then. The life and times of the Brunels. We get no... we didn't tell what time of the day it is. But okay. My throttles aren't working, so I've got to use normal keyboard controls. So I've got to remember how that all goes as well. The life and times of Brain, indeed. Use the Xbox controller. No, I don't like using the Xbox controller because I've never used the Xbox controller as a standard thing on this. I've always used keyboard or until recently the throttles. Okay, welcome to 47484 Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Resplendent in X-Works live. Okay, 47484 is more at home on the Great Western Metals, but has often been serviced at Doncaster Works. In its striking green livery, Isambard is no stranger to prestige services, including hauling the Royal Train from London Paddington. Well, I didn't know that. And there is a train. We got a cold start. Okay, I'm liking this. Right, let's take that as the thumbnail. Right then, so let's get up in there. So yes, Isambard Kingdom Brunel, obviously famous for bits of the GWR network close to me. Don't cough. Right, open the door, climbing up the stairs. Oh, that was a big jump, wasn't it? Okay, so we've got, oh god, that's the thing. We've got to close the battery isolation switch. Turn on the master key. Okay. On. Set the reverser to engine only. Oh, engine only. I need a fisherman's friend. Well, yeah. Any sort of friend. Set the driver's brake to full service. Fully apply the straight brake. Okay. Start the engine. Oh, that's okay. Okay. I approve of this so far. How's the rail tour going so far? We just started the train. Have we got windows? Yes. Oh, a bit of the windows. Okay, release the parking brake. You gonna tell me why is it okay? Hi Liam. It's definitely not electric. Release the driver's brake. Release the straight brake. Okay, switch on the mark. Why have we? Okay. Switch on the marker lights to on. Set the reverser to forward. Operate the throttle. How is Stephen today? Okay. That's definitely diesely. It is definitely diesely. Doesn't tell me where I'm going. It just says operate the throttle. Well, you stop being a young you stop being a youngster when you're 17. And you're more than 17. So when you turn 18 is when you become an adult. I just spotted an IET in the shed. Okay, so it hasn't told me where I'm going. Or is it going to wait until I'm out of the slow speed area? Yeah, 25's nothing. I was that last year. 26 this year. That's where it's all gone downhill. Okay, so it wanted me to speed. Proceed to Doncaster platform 1. Pay attention to the signals ahead. Okay. No, I'm 26 this year. I've decided. Right, so 600 yards to Doncaster. In that case, you're would you want to be 12? Would anyone want to be 12 again? No, I wouldn't want to be 12. 18. If I had things, if I could do it again, I'd go back to 18. And there's a lot of things I would do differently this time round. Because, you know, that 8 years has gone quite quick. Right, so making our way slowly towards Doncaster. We have got a red ahead. It's definitely a slow speed out of the siding. Yeah, I had some wild times in 18, 19. I would have put my sensible head on though. There's things that I didn't do at that time that I wish I had done. This is a class 47, the Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Which apparently used to haul the royal train, which I think has now gone electric now. What if the royal family want to go somewhere that isn't on an electric line? Then what do they do? Right, we've got a yellow. Then we've got a yellow. And then we've got a red. Does sound good. We've got to give the fact that it does sound good. Hi, Amy Lou. Then there's a train for the Royals. I thought it was on the tweeties recently that it was seen going somewhere. Right, well, I'm not going to do much of the speeding thing, although we've got an increased speed limit because we've got a red. Yeah, I bet it's not used much though, because imagine it's not one of those things like, you know, the American president can go, right, I want to go here today. The Royals can't go, hey, I think I'm going to take the train to Scotland. Because you can't just, okay, right, we've got to find somewhere to park it. We've got to get it from where it is to where you want to go from, and then do the whole route planning thing to get it to where you want to go. Yeah, I bet it's stored somewhere really secure. Extremely secure. So it's probably not even mentioned where it's stored. I should imagine somewhere around Windsor. That's why the Windsor stations were built, because originally the Queen would go, or I think Queen Victoria was the first royal to go on a train. Wasn't that from Slough? Stop at the red ahead and request clearance from a signalman to gain permission to approach the empty coaching stock on platform 1 at Doncaster. Okay. Now, is it me or did the volume... Yeah, the volume dropped then. So I reckon that should have been spoken by someone. It's stored at Wolverton Works near Milton Keynes. Is it worth getting Train Sim Classic? There's still a lot of good in Train Sim Classic. You can get the older version. You can get 2024 quite cheap. The Queen Vic, what, the pub from EastEnders, was terrified of trains. Not surprised. Well, didn't the tube train fall off the bridge or something once in Albert Square? There's a lot. You wouldn't want to live there, would you? The amount of things that go on. Right, can I deny train in section ahead? Oh, there is. She was terrified of being in Slough. I spent a night in Slough once. It was terrifying. Did get very drunk though. There's a train. Yeah, I had some training at what was ICI. Proceed at restricted speed. Okay. Well, I'm liking the thing so far. So now we've got to do the coupling up. No one wants to go to Hull, including the people that are from Hull. I'll be quite... Well, yeah, unfortunately, I'm going there in like a month's time. Luton. Thankfully, it'll be at night. Get in and get out. Actually, I'm going there twice in 2 days. It's a scary prospect. Right, so in we come to Doncaster. Luton, like, well, Luton will probably be on fire. I'm going one day to park the car and then going to Gatwick to leave the country. I know. Then coming back the following day, getting in the car and leaving. Okay, where is the what? Stock is waiting ahead. Where? Oh, I could just about see the back of it. Because we're flying back into Luton. We fly out from Gatwick, fly back into Luton. So I'm parking the car at Luton, getting a train to Gatwick. The Class 66 in the Bay platform has brought the service to Doncaster, releasing the train to 47484. Go ahead and couple to the coaches. Yeah, I reckon this should have some. This should have had some sort of voiceover, a bit like Thomas, because that volume dipped. Yeah, it is. Well, don't stop, you muppet. Oh, yeah, move the camera to where I can't... Okay, fine. Well, don't stop again. I am on a slightly pre-release version, or has that been out for console today? Come on, don't go slowly. Come on. Oh, God. Okay, well, I think we're coupled. Right. We can't, there's no coupling. Is it, did it not, oh, for God's sake. Okay, it might not have said I'm actually coupled. Right, fine, okay. Right. Oh, hang on. Well, no. There we go. Michael, 55 of the months. Thank you very much indeed. Now you've coupled swap cabs, closing down the rear cab, preparing the front cab for departure. Okay. Right, do I climb up the steps? Thank you. So we. Okay. Right, reverser off. Key off. Set the driver's brake to neutral, shut down. Well, okay. There. Switch off the marker lights. Well, okay, I'll do that then. Open the battery iso. Oh god, okay, got to do things with switches. Open. Now we're going to get the other end. Okay. What are the carriages like? I'm intrigued. Let's go in here first. Ooh, first class, don't you know? Good morning. Oh, blimey. Very posh. Hang on, did I think they got in because I opened the door. Sorry, you're not supposed to get in yet. Close the door. Oh, I've placed a route map. Right. Climb up steps. Okay, battery thing. And that. Master key to on. Switch on the marker lights. No, not desk lights. Marker lights. Thank you. Unlock doors. Doors have been unlocked. Okay. So that into forward. Then we should be good. Okay. Where are we going? Go via Retford. Go via Grantham. Stop at Peterborough. Also, we're going fast all the way to Peterborough. Okay. That's a thing then. And we'll learn bits about Brunel along the way. Apparently. So we're supposed to leave here at 4 minutes ago. Yeah, we're still taking time to load the passengers. Shopping centre. Is there one? Been to Grantham. I've been to the Truck Fest. Is that Peterborough? The showground thing. Oh, the Brunel shopping. Oh god, no one wants to go there. There's nothing open. Yeah, I went to the Truck Fest at Peterborough on a scorchingly hot day, and we were there like 2 hours, and then went back to the guy's house that we were with, sat in his garden and got very drunk. Bit of a theme there. Right, lock doors. Yeah, let's go, driver. It's time to give the onboard enthusiasts the ultimate haulage behind Isambard. Yeah, that audio is definitely dipping as though there should be some sort of voiceover. Okay. So brakes released. Straight brake is off. Reverses into forward. And we're off. Goodbye, people of wherever we are. Doncaster. Oh, it accelerates quick for an old diesel. Right, 100-mile-an-hour limit. Have we got top speed? Maximum speed 95. I've never seen the point of the whole rail tour thing for loco hauled. Because when you're in the carriage behind, you haven't got a clue what's pulling you. Okay, so initial acceleration, good. Yeah, for me, I think it's different with like DMUs because you're in the thing that's got the engine. So you like, I'd like to go on a pacer. Or like an old 101 or something, because you're in the thing. Whereas this, you're sat in a carriage back there, you don't know whether it's a class 40, a 47, or what, or HST, or what is pulling you. Right, 15 miles then. So yeah, I'm actually liking the engine. Yeah, you know if you're on a steam train, but you wouldn't know what sort of steam train. Although that one we went on up near wherever we were, Matlock. All credit to the people that are keeping it running. Hats off to them. No problem with buying the ticket to keep the thing going, no issue at all. But to spend 10 minutes on a train chugging along at about 12 miles an hour, there was just no. Right, so we are getting up a bit of speed, which is good. I almost think this would have been better. I know they just put Thomas on the West Somerset. And I get, you know, if this would have been on the West Somerset, I would have then be saying we need it on the main line so you can thrash it. You're never going to please everybody. And I know there are rail tours, they are a thing, and I can see the benefits of taking an old unit and giving it a good thrash. But of all the routes we've got for Train Sim World, why have they picked the UK's most boring route? Right, I've actually got a yellow. Yeah, they could have put it on, and the audio's looping as well. They could have put it on London to Brighton. That would have been quite interesting. Hi, Stokey. But hey, it's not about the location. Obviously, you can get this and use this on any route you like. So I am liking the train itself. There's still a few little tweaks they've got to do. But from a driver point of view, it's just full throttle, sit back and look out the window. It is a proper Richard train. I'm not sure how much this is. Obviously you'd have to have the East Coast Mainline, well, to use it on here as far as scenarios are concerned. There's nothing stopping you buying it if you don't, and then using the train elsewhere. $11.99. Okay. You pay 5 or 6 quid for an engine, I suppose. Yeah, they could have put this on the West Coast Mainline thing. The West Coast Mainline North, which I've only done once. I think this would have been quite fitting on there. We're actually speeding. Well, not line speed speeding, but train speed speeding. $99. That's 100. Okay, so it's doing line speed quite nicely. Apart from like now when we go to the 125. But yeah. Yeah, you definitely need to do something about the audio because you can hear it loop. Again, I am on a pre-release version that it's just released on Steam, and there are going to be updates. Isn't that flat crossing at Retford? Or just north of Retford, so we should cross that soon, shouldn't we? Where the two lines cross. Newark, is it? Ah, it's somewhere around there. Oh look, I know it's somewhere on this line. I've been to Newark. Well, no, I've said all along that what I would like to see from Dovetail is more locos, but have them built into the timetable, so modern stuff. So where we've got gaps in the timetable, like the Angry Train for Birmingham Cross City, bring it out as a DLC. £5, 6 quid. Just give us the train, incorporate it then into the timetable so you can use that and or the 323. That's the sort of thing that you want to enhance your experience. You know, we're going to be getting the Pacer at some point for Transport for Wales, So that'll be for Cardiff City. So that'll be good. Although that'll replace one of the either the 150 or the 153. No, God, that was a complete and utter failure. Who? I bet no one has done that Train Sim Classic subscription thing. I get why they did it. You know what I'd be happy with is like a Game Pass, but they can't do it because they release so much content. It's not like with Farm Sim where you get a year one pass and you know it's going to be a map, a couple of like three or four DLCs done. If we're getting, you know, potentially 14, 15 DLCs in a year, then you know you can't do that as a year one season pass because it costs too much money. No one's going to go, yeah, I'll buy Train Sim World for 60 quid and then I'll give you another 150 quid for the year one season pass. Although over the course of the 12 months, you end up giving them that anyway. And more. Right, 2 miles to Retford. Which is our go via. Yeah, I'm liking the train. I haven't got a problem with the DLC at all. It's just, it's not on the best route. It's not on my favourite route for Train Sim World. Because it is just this. I haven't touched the controls for ages now. So you are just flat out. But yeah, train, good. I don't know if this is incorporated into any timetables. I don't think it would be, because I think it's just a rail tour thing. Little known fact is that the civil engineer Isambard Kingdom Brunel was not only responsible for the Great Western Railway, but created over 1,000 miles of track across Europe, including places such as Italy. See, I could have done that voiceover. Proceed to the next checkpoint to discover more about Brunel's history. Okay. Yeah, we'll check the timetable after this. Although on this route, it's just going to be the same thing, isn't it? Just stopping. Hundreds of timetable substitutions. Okay. So what if it's on other routes then? Maybe we should go and look after this run. Because I think it'd be more interesting if it was on another route. Yes, maybe like West Cornwall or West Coast Mainline. That might make it more. I wonder if. Oh, hang on. If this is on West Coast Mainline North, because I like the train, because it's not the stupid step change thing. We shall have a look when we get to the end of this. I'd be more interested then. Oh, here you go. I should know all these things, shouldn't I? In addition, a substantial amount of work has been done to implement the rail tour services into timetables of other Train Sim World route add-ons as timetable substitutions. The full list of routes impacted: East Coast Main Line, Great Western Express, Diesel Legends timetable, Cathcart Circle Line, East Coast Way, Northern Transpennine, West Cornwall Local, West Somerset. So East Coast Mainline. So I'm guessing that's going to be north. Cathcart's interesting. Okay, so maybe we'll have a look at East Coast Mainline. Thank you, Nigel. We'll have a look at East Coast Mainline then after we get to the end of this. That'll get me more excited. Because I am genuinely liking the loco. Implementation into Diesel Legends of the Great Western add-on places 47484 on the London Paddington to Reading route that is much more commonly seen on during service, including stabling at Old Oak Common. In addition, Athena simulations have worked with Just Trains, and the pack's contents are also implemented into timetables of both Blackpool branches and West Coast Mainline Preston to Carlisle. In total, this allows the add-ons locomotives to be substituted into some 300, I'm guessing, timetable services. Oh, okay. Now I'm definitely... If this makes me go back and do more West Coast Mainline Preston to Carlisle, because I've done that once and didn't like it because of the train. Yeah. So West Cornwall local as well. You can almost do your own rail tour then. So you could do your own mini rail tour, couldn't you? You could do Preston to Carlisle or Carlisle to Preston, then do Milton Keynes to Used to Have a Problem. Then you can do Paddington to Reading, and then do West Cornwall. So you could do your own little mini rail tour. Right, so go through here then. We get some more information. Yeah, so we'll have a look at West Coast Mainline Preston to Carlisle after this. Perhaps best known for his railway engineering, Brunel was also a nautical engineer and designed steamships. The Great Western, Great Britain and Great Eastern, breaking transatlantic shipping records, heralding a whole new design in ocean-going vessels that led to the shipping of today. He did. The SS Great Britain is in Bristol. I was having a discussion about the HMS Belfast at work the other week, and I've never been on it in London. Right, so we've got to go via Newark Northgate. Need to go to more museums, I think, get a bit of knowledge. I haven't done the Didcot Heritage Centre, never been there. I've never been to the Steam Railway Museum in Swindon, despite the fact it's, you know, 2 or 3 miles away. Went to Crewe. Enough said there, the better. Obviously, I want to go back to York, and I really want to do locomotion, but I want to do that when the main hall opens at York and combine the two. Oh god, we got a red. Oh yeah, I got my COVID jab at Steam, but didn't walk around the museum. It was just in the little bit next to it. Okay, well that's gone to greens again. Yeah, good thing really, because I don't think the brakes would have actually stopped us. Well, I'm just going to keep at this speed and see what happens with that yellow down here. Right, so you got, oh, it's just gone green. So we're definitely behind something. I think it's because I was doing 110. We were catching it up. Okay, we're giving it a little bit more beans. So yeah, we'll look at this. Or when we get to the end of this, we'll then see what there is on the West Coast Mainline, Preston to Carlisle. Yeah, we've got old carriages. There's been a couple of other trains going the other way. A couple of IETs come past. Got a freight train come past. It's this route has never been good for trains coming the other way. They're very infrequent. Alright, give it the beans again. Tomorrow night, by the way, back with some trucking and tunes. Not here Saturday, but then we'll be back on Sunday with some farming, and then more things back next week. Including more trains on Tuesday. But yeah, liking this. Didn't think I would. It's easy to drive, it's well modelled, sounds good. And if it's integrated into other routes as well, then we like that. Yeah, they could have done this as a stopping service, but I sort of get why they didn't. Give it some thrash. Alright, 2.5 miles, then we hear about Brunel, and then we go via Grantham, and we don't stop till we get to Peterborough. Oh god, red. Red, 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 red. That's all the brakes. Yeah, this won't be stopping. Come on. Oh, it's fine. I don't know why I was panicking. Oh, a little bit of a panic. So we're waiting for something to come out in Newark. Well, the brakes work better than I thought they were going to work. There we go. Right, what are we waiting for? Let's have a look. We are there. We are going over there, which is also red. And then back onto the main line again. Through the goods loop. Okay. So why are we... Must be something on the main line then that we're waiting. Must be something down here. Ah, that. Okay, we've got to wait for that to come through. Okay. I think we got the flat crossing up here as well, haven't we? Is it here? May not be. I don't know. I know nothing. But yeah, I was hesitant about this because it's had some issues over the last few days. The embargo to show it was moved from yesterday to today, where they've been rushing to put out fixes. It's actually quite good. There are some issues, like the little shield you can see. Isn't great, and there are some 2D textures which apparently don't look great, but you know, it's the wrong shade of green. I don't know if they got the shade of green wrong. It's in its repainted colour apparently. Exhaust silencer is too small and the wrong shape. Should be flush. Okay, anything else? Right, I think I see the train down there now. You've got to wait for that to come past. Well, yeah, but if this makes the West Coast Main Line North more interesting, then that's a plus. Because I just didn't like the route, yes, but the train, no. Does this mean I've got to go back and do some more West Coast Main Line North? They've obviously got this. I'm guessing they went and scanned the actual train, I would have thought. That's what you think they do nowadays, wouldn't you? 3D scan it, wouldn't you? And take lots of photographs. Right, we are waiting for that train down there to get out of the way, I think. Oh, okay. Are you moving down there, train? Or are you not moving? because all our train enthusiasts on board are going to get slightly bored. Right, here it comes. I see a train coming towards us. Right, now that's gone. Okay, yeah, I might have... ignore that. I seem to have killed it. I've got a red light on. That can't be a good thing, can it? I can't start it again. I did to slightly just stall the train, yeah. Right, throttles off, reversers off. Or has that got one engine only? There we go. They're fine. Everything's fine. It's all. That was just so people could hear it start. Yeah, that's definitely what that was. There we go, we're all good. Right, so here's the flat crossing. Oh, hang on, we got a 30 coming up. Right, so through Newark. Yeah, it's certainly easier to drive than that step change thing that comes with West Coast Mainline North. So we'll jump to that after we've got to where we go in Peterborough. I don't know why we didn't stop here. Yeah, definitely liking it. Didn't think I would, but I do. Nico? Brunel was originally of French heritage with a French father. His mother was arrested as a British spy during the French Revolution, leading to the family being exiled to Britain. Well, there you go. Right, continue to the next checkpoint to discover more about Brunel's history. How is one? Okay. Yeah, I did stop when I stalled the train. That would do it. Right, 6 miles to the next checkpoint, and then it's on to Peterborough. We learned all about him at school. I can't remember a thing. Can't remember what I did yesterday, in all fairness. No, won't be betting for the Grand National. Right, green, then yellow. The Grand National was the only, apart from doing the lottery, is the only time as a family we'd ever bet. My old man used to go and put everyone's bets on, and then I would sit and watch the race. But yeah, I don't really do gambling. Right, 2.5 miles, we've got a 15 limit. Thing is, I've never been into a betting shop, so wouldn't know how to put a bet on in a betting shop. I don't want to go down that wormhole of installing a betting app. So I just won't bother. Yeah, I am slightly confused as to if there should have been a voiceover with these, because that audio definitely dips as though this is the point where the voiceover comes in. Actually, I'm wondering if there will be at my place tomorrow. I've got change in the car. Or is that sort of situation you get forced into it because the receptionist comes round and you pull a horse out of a hat. Well, not an actual horse, obviously. I was in the football one last year. I got no interest in football at all. Hang on, what happened to the 15 mile an hour thing in 2.4 miles? That vanished. How's this route? The route's East Coast Mainline, it's the train. And actually better than I thought. But it also integrates into other routes, so we found out. So I'm going to try it on West Coast Mainline North, Preston to Carlisle after this. It's on the Great Western Express, West Cornwall, and some other ones I can't remember. Need to make a bet on if we ever see Colin in person. Well, this might make it worth buying. We'll find, because I liked the route, I didn't like the train. So if this ends up on there, then it could mean West Coast Mainline North is worth buying. Well, Colin said we might be surprised on Saturday morning, because I shall be standing under a large cock at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. Brunel and his father created the first ever tunnel under the River Thames at Rotherhithe, East London. There you go, there's a fact. Can I have the game audio back now, game? No, this has been discussed on the streams, Ethan. So standing under Liam, I said large. Well, that's the other thing that's been mentioned this week, isn't it? Is the Richmond extension to the Mainline line. Good. Should have been there all along, but okay. At some point in the next 3 months, we're going to get the Frankfurt S-Bahn thing. I think that's going to be quite interesting. We've got a few more packs like this coming out. Which, to be honest, if they're freight, I probably won't bother with them, because I don't do freight. Yeah, it's not going to be Clapham, and I sort of see why, but it would have been good to have them go down as far as Clapham. Well, that's in the longer term thing on the roadmap. Further down the tracks. I think Richard's left in disgust because it's the wrong shade of green. Okay, so we're going via Grantham and then on to Peterborough. As long as it doesn't stop us outside Grantham like it did at Newark, or end up stalling it again. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, definitely not. I don't know why I slowed down. I do have to say, this route, boring. Train, good. Route, boring. Yes. Well, I think that's something they may have realised, that, and I think now, because it's been mentioned by a few ambassadors, you know, are we going to get all the London Overground routes then? Because that would be quite good. Because there's what, 5 of them? We got 2. Get an independent adjudicator. And one of the overground routes is only a little one. I don't know what the distance is on the little one, but I think it's basically a shuttle. Right, looks like we're going through Grantham at speed. The outstanding Clifton Suspension Bridge in Bristol is still in use today, a true testament to design genius of Brunel. It is, and it does look, driving, if you've ever driven through the gorge at Bristol, it is impressive. Right, proceed to Peterborough Platform 1. We've never done that. We'll do it. That's because Ethan rarely leaves a train station when he goes to a town. If he does, it's to a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's. Or McDonald's, yeah. Right, so 26-mile thrash now then, all the way to Peterborough. Yeah, I'm actually liking the DLC. There are quite a few scenarios on the East Coast Mainline. But the bit that's appealing to me is the fact that if you've got other routes, it's integrated into the timetable of those other routes. So you get to use the train, which is quite good, on some other routes, which we're going to try once we get to Peterborough. We're going to try it on the West Coast Mainline North, Preston to Carlisle, which is a route I've only done once. I didn't like the train. It is, Nico. Yeah, they need to fix the audio because you can hear it looping. They need to do something with these scenarios because there was quite clearly supposed to be a voiceover. Flat out at 88 miles an hour. It's as fast as it'll go. Slight uphill gradient. And yeah, because this route isn't that busy, well, not this version of it, we're not seeing many other trains. Well, our plans to go to Cardiff over Easter have been thwarted by men playing with odd-shaped balls on the Saturday and the Cardiff Bay being closed, which was the main reason for going and starting point. So I think that's going to have to be a return visit. So plans for Easter yet to be confirmed. We'll certainly be here streaming. We'll be here Good Friday, Easter Sunday, and the Monday streaming. Just maybe not the Thursday and Saturday. Right, 99 miles an hour, 21 miles to go. And Eurostar have got their £35 deals on again currently. So there was investigative work to see about doing a day trip to Brussels again, because what I want to do is do that long tram route. So it'd be a train to Brussels, the train to Knock, tram to wherever the other end of the tram is, and then the train back to Brussels, and then back on the Eurostar. You're working Easter. Yeah, I've got the Thursday off before Easter. It's a 3-day week that week. So I've got a 4-week next week, then a 3-day week, then a 4-day week. Then I think it's 1 full week. Then a 4-day week. Then a 4-day week. I think it's 2 full weeks and another 4-day week. And then it's June. I want to try and do a week's holiday at some point this year. I don't know when. It's expensive over the summer to try and go away somewhere. So maybe September. Right, 18 miles. Yeah, train's good. DLC, like it. Can recommend it. Certainly if you've got the other routes that this then spawns into. Yeah, I don't think so, Stokey. You'll be working then anyway. So yeah, would I say buy this just for the East Coast Mainline scenarios? No. Would I say buy this if you've got other routes that it's incorporated into? Yes. That's what I'm doing after this, Rich, because it is incorporated into the timetable. Yeah, I did say this isn't the most exciting route. They could have put this on, well, that would have been perfect, wouldn't it? Because this is just flat out. I've forgotten how boring this route is, which is why I never do it. I see a train. Oh, the weather's changing now as well. I don't think we should be doing 115 somehow. But we are. Okay, I think we're going to get rain. Well, maximum speed is 95 according to the thing. lucky McLucky face. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't go that fast. No, there are toilets on these. Down the end of the corridor. We had to look at the first class and second class carriages at the beginning, but yeah, if we do a timetable route, then we can do that on the other one. Okay, don't go too fast then, because we've got a yellow. I can just about remember going into trains where you had separate compartments like this. And remember trying to walking down a train, trying to find a compartment to yourself, and you found one, and it was great. And then someone came in, and then someone else came in. It was like, really? I was in here on my own, quite quietly. Right, 8.9 miles. We are certainly behind something. My guess is a train. So yeah, although the Diesel Railtour Pack comes with the scenarios on the East Coast Mainline, it is then integrated into timetable services on other routes if you have them. So we're going to have a look at the West Coast Mainline North once we get to Peterborough. See, I've looked at the sleeper services a few times, and not only is it flipping expensive, but the problem is, like for me, if I was going to Penzance on the sleeper, you first got to travel to London, to then get on a train at 10 o'clock at night, where it is 11 o'clock at night, which then travels south of Swindon, and stops somewhere for a couple of hours on the way, and ends up in Penzance in the morning. And you miss the journey. Yeah, okay, you wake up in Penzance, great. But it's not like, as well, when you get on board, you've got nowhere to sit, you've got a bed. And so you're in your little cabiny thing for the whole journey. So I don't know. When I was looking at doing the whole Amtrak thing, that's different, because your little compartment has got seats in it, so you sit there. You go to the buffet car for meals. You're on it for like a couple of days, and then you're getting off at stations to stretch your legs. It just felt like a whole different thing. This was just you getting from London to Penzance whilst you're asleep. So yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me. It obviously works as a service because it continues to run, so it must be profitable. You can do the Scotland one as well to go up to Carrower. There was a couple I used to follow on YouTube that have done a few of the sleeper services around the world, and some of them do look really good. But it's just one of those things. At some point, I'm just going to resound myself to the fact that I'm never going to get to the States. I'm never going to go and do all these things that you can dream about, but that's part of life, isn't it? And the joy of YouTube is that you can see these things without actually having to go there. Yeah, we saw the Blue Pullman when we was in Birmingham last year. People sat in there at like 10 o'clock in the morning with bottles of champagne. Right, 4 miles to go. Well, I'd say it's an hour and a half scenario, and it is an hour and a half, pretty much. Although it ain't over yet. Yeah, wasn't think I was going to like it. Actually do. You know, I wouldn't have bad-mouthed it. If it wasn't for me and it wasn't that well modelled, then, you know, I would have said so. But I can recommend buying it. Say maybe not for the scenarios on the East Coast Main Line, but for that integration into other routes if you have them. Well, York's open. It's just the main hall, isn't it? Right, 3.5 miles. So we'll coast our way in. Definitely not a busy line, this. I do remember the disappointment because this came with Train Sim World 4, didn't it? And it was like, what do you mean it's only 3 stops? Because we were all expecting, when you think East Coast Main Line, we just thought it might have been London to Peterborough. Even that would have been something. Whether we'll get it eventually, who knows? Yeah, in reality, this probably is a lot busier than we're showing it, but it's one of those things where it's licensing, isn't it? Right, we have a yellow. Obviously in the news this week as well, as we said the other day, Richard Branston Pickle been given the green light to run trains through the Eurotunnel. That's going to be interesting. Because I bet that won't be expensive, because he's going to want to get people to go on it. And you watch Eurostar, their sales will just plummet. So good time for a passenger, because you're going to get choice. I can see, because we've got Southeastern High Speed, I can almost see them doing maybe the Eurotunnel as far as Lille. So you'd go through the tunnel, go to Lille, stop. And I think the freight bit would be interesting. Because that's just like a figure of 8, isn't it? Through the tunnel, turn around, go back again. Yeah, well, there, Eurostar don't go to Disney anymore. They ask you to change at Lyon or go into Paris because they used to run direct services and then realised that people weren't using them. Again, this place has never appealed to me. Considering we've got a Disneyland quite close by, it's just never appealed to me to go there. Well, it's not, because they do have some extreme roller coasters and stuff. Right, approach the final destination. Yeah, that's a few years off, though. I should be too old for theme parks by the time that thing opens. I'll be 30 by then. Okay, in we come. We are approaching Peterborough, where another driver will take this tour forward to London. You can put the audio back up now. Thank you. So yeah, definitely not the most exciting route to put it on. I'm not saying it was a mistake. Because I actually do like the train. But what we'll do is we'll jump to West Coast Mainline North now and see if it's integrated into there. There we go. Unlock doors. Does sound good though. So yeah, really do like the train. I wonder if it's going to make me... There we go. So we've got first class carriages here. And then, oh, these ones here. Proper sized tables. Deboard the train to end this service, saying farewell to 47484 Isambard Kingdom Brunel for today. I've deboarded. Oh, go to the marker. Okay, alright, it was the other end then. Objective complete. Right, there we go. So, there we go. Hi. So, yeah, so...
Oh, yeah.
And thanks for the follow. So, if you buy the DLC, you get the train, you get the scenarios for the East Coast Main Line, which are... There we go. I think you get the... where are we? So you got the 45 and the 47. So the 47 is Isambard, Kingdom Brunel, and there's a 45, and there's a 40 as well. I think you only get Isambard with the route, though, or with the DLC. So what we'll do now, though, is we will go to West Coast Mainline. Or is it under Preston to Carlisle? Why can't they? Do have London Commuter, one of my favourite routes. Why can't I find Preston to Carlisle? West Coast Mainline, Preston to Carlisle. There we go. Right, timetable. Oh, yeah, there we go. So we got class 47. And really? That's not really integrated services, that one is. So that's the whole route. Isn't that? No, I've got every single DLC for this. We can do drive this mail service from Preston to Carnforth. I wonder if that's going to have mail carriages on it as opposed to normal carriages. Is that going to be in Royal Mail livery? That could be interesting. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to fire it up. I'm interested to see what carriages there are. So have they added in Royal Mail carriages? No, I'm just going to do this. Okay. They just empty express. Well, it's express parcels wagons, though. Okay. So not the Royal Mail ones, but we let them off. Okay. Right, let's actually do a drivey timetable-y one then. Yeah. Yeah, probably Royal Mail licensing. We will be doing more Thomas, by the way. Easter, there will be more Thomas. That will be coming. Right, okay. So timetable 47. That's the mail service. So postal service from Preston to Carlisle. So let's do that. Obviously, we won't do all of it, but let's have a look. Driving. So this could make the Preston to Carlisle more of an interesting route. Because we only did that once. Because I didn't like the train. And I said then if someone did a more modern timetable for it, or if it's a different train, I'd be intrigued. Right, unlock doors. Master key on. We've got to do the battery thing. That's open. That's fine. Oh, I can't use me. Okay, doors should be unlocking. So they are. That into forward. Marker lights on. Opens a window. Opens a window. Welcome to Preston. Nice guy, Preston. So, Preston, Lancaster, Oxenholme, Penrith, Carlisle. See, that's a little more like it, isn't it? Proper passenger runs. We approve. Wait until 6:55. Okay. But yeah, recommended. I didn't think I would be recommending this as a DLC today because of the issues that it has had over the last few days. But I do recommend it. If I had a chance to my own train company, where would it go? I'd just do a route between here and Portsmouth. That's okay. All right, locked doors. Someone's blown my whistle. Okay. Wait for the brakes to release. If you see Nico on the route, make sure you squash him. Here Preston or here Swindon? Well, not Preston. Hang on, we're going backwards. Right, Lancaster, 21 miles. That's better. It fits here more. There was Great Eastern, wasn't there? I'm sure there was Great Eastern. So yeah, can definitely recommend this DLC now for its integration. Pacer! I see Pacer! 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 No Pacer. We're getting those on Transport for Wales at some point. Yes, please. Right, what we'll do is we'll get to Lancaster, then we'll see what there is on the Great Western Express, just to see what timetable integrations we've got. My favourite route currently is West Coast Mainline South, purely for the busyness of it. And the fact that you've got the underground, the overground, the Wombling free, the Wimbles of Wimbledon Common, are we? You've got the Pentalinos and the other one. It just makes it really good. Second to that is London Commuter, because that's so busy as you come out of Victoria. So busy that we did a virtual rail cam stream. I've yet to find another place. Stratford's close in the mild May as being busy, but it's still not as busy as London Commuter for the amount of services. But yeah, liking this. So obviously the next couple of months we've got the S-Bahn, the Frankfurt one coming. We've got a few more packs coming as far as freight are concerned. At some point, hopefully before Train Sim World 6, we've got the Tadami line and the Manchester. We're going to be getting the Mild May extension. We're going to be getting the Pacer in Transport for Wales. And at some point we're getting the Great Great Western Express rework. So lots of stuff to come, and then who knows what we're going to get with Train Sim World 6, and that's only 5 months away. It won't be long. Will that be my last Train Sim World? Will it be the last one I cover? Oh, we're fine. Alexa, how many sleeps till Christmas?
Good evening, Steve. It's 266 sleeps until Christmas. Santa has a Christmas cracker joke he wants to share with us.
What falls at the North Pole but never gets hurt?
I don't know.
Snow!
Another cracking joke, Santa.
Come back tomorrow for another Christmas update.
I could do my thing of setting an alarm for anybody who's listening on speakers, but I won't. Right, 16 miles to go to Doncaster. Don't forget, next week, is it next week? It might be next week. We got a quiz. I think we're doing bingo next week. We've got some more Train Sim World. There's going to be, I'm going to be doing 2 Point Hospital. We did 2 Point Museum yesterday. Doing 2 Point Hospital and then some other things. Who knows what the default route will be? We'll find out in 5 months. Or maybe more, maybe less for me. So I might actually go and attend their thing this year. Well, I think if Manchester Airport would have been beyond Train Sim World 5, it wouldn't have been on the Train Sim World 5 roadmap. So I think all the things on the roadmap are going to be the things that are going to be released for 5. That's my understanding anyway. Because otherwise it would then become a Train Sim World 6 roadmap. So I think we'll get it. It was due out by last Christmas. So that's obviously been delayed and reworked. Good. Because that shows that if they found bugs, fix them. You know, we went on the route last December when we did our meet up in Manchester. It's not the most exciting of routes. I think eventually these gaps will be filled in. I get why they're doing bits of it. Obviously, you know, it's great we're getting content. I like the fact that we're getting stuff from third parties now. You know, the one guy that did the Mainline, fantastic. What I would like to see is the gaps being filled in. You know, we've got Cardiff. What would be awesome is if, and we've got London to Reading. Well, give us Reading to Cardiff. Yeah, there isn't much on the roadmap. The Tadami line is going to be interesting. Obviously, people are raving about the Dutch route. I think if I had done the commuter side of that first, then I would have been raving about it as well. I wasn't impressed with the fact that it was long distances and not stopping. The train was cool with the cab on the top, like that. But, you know, some people like long distances without stopping. I like a bit of a commutery type route. Wishing Train Sim World 5 had SE. Meh. Southeastern. Okay. Well, we got Southeastern High Speed. You can play that in Train Sim World 5 if you buy it for Train Sim World 3. It will work. Any routes from any of the old Train Sim Worlds will work in 5. Well, you got the slow side of Southeastern High Speed. And there's some bargains to be had. Pick up routes on Steam that for any of the old routes, they're cheap. CD keys. You can pick up older routes really cheap for Train Sim World 2, 3 or 4. And install them, they'll work on 5. Absolutely, 100%. And then when Train Sim World 6 comes out, all the routes you've got for 5, 4, 3, 2 and Train Sim World 2020 in my case work. You can then just get the core game, which gives you the updates to graphic enhancements, sound enhancements, new menus. Yeah, and there are some bargains to be had. Fill in the gaps you've got. Look out for sales. And certainly check out CD keys or instant gaming. I picked up a couple of the ones I was missing on instant gaming. Right, so you've got 9 miles to go to Lancaster. Then we'll have a quick look at Great Western Express and see what the integration is on there. What else was it? It was Great Western Express, Preston to Carlisle, West Cornwall Local, and something else. Oh yeah, Cathcart. See, that'd be interesting. Andes Coastway. Thing is, Thameslink. Well, you've got the 700s. You get the 700 DLC. You get them integrated into London Commuter. Obviously, you haven't got Thameslink all the way up through to Luton, so up through the core. But pick up the 700 DLC, because that's really good. And that makes London Commuter even busier. Look on CD keys. Some bargains can be had. I'm honey, 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 honey. Yeah, this has actually made this route more interesting now. I might have to come back and do some more on this. Because of this train. Yeah, definitely one to pick up. 100%. Okay, this is one of those routes though, it's still not that busy. It's quite bouncy, but not busy. Southeastern's good. The high-speed bit of Southeastern I find boring because it's just high speed in a tunnel. I like the slow bit of the Southeastern. If that was me, I'd go 700 and enhance London commuter, because then it's busier. And I think a few of the others would agree as well. Yes, the 700 at Thameslink use. Right, 4 miles to Lancaster. And then we'll see what the integration is for this onto Great Western Express. You get the 465 and you get the high speedy one. There you go. Just don't get out of the train in a tunnel like I did. I should be on that on Saturday. Right, 2.4 miles to Lancaster. But yeah, definitely can recommend this DLC. And I did not think I'd be saying that this evening. I don't know. I don't set a timetable. There's plenty of stuff on YouTube. I've done loads of videos on the 700. I've done train training in the 700. I've done 4 routes on Southeastern multiple times. 4 routes in London commuter multiple times. There's loads of stuff on the YouTubes. Don't forget, there are loads of reskins done as well in the community forums. Actually, I don't even know if I've still got the Simpson stuff liveries installed. I think they may have vanished. Right, in we come. Yeah, I haven't checked, Michael, to see if they are still there, but I can't remember if I unsubscribed from them anyway. My skills don't make it as far as doing liveries. Right, unlock doors. Right, what we'll do, if we get out, and then there you go. relinquish the service. Eventually. There is no driver. It's a driverless train. And off it goes into the distance. Right, so yeah, it incorporates itself into West Coast Mainline North quite well. We'll have a quick look at some of the others then and see what they are. So East Coast Way, West Cornwall Local, Great Western Express. So let's have a look. Let's say Blackpool as well. Yeah, it's in Blackpool as well. So Blackpool North to Preston. Or then you could route hop and do a Preston to Carlisle, couldn't you? In the same train. So yeah, so that's good. So it's in Blackpool. What else have we got? It's not going to be... I'll just look. It's not going to be in Birmingham, is it? No, it's not going to be in Birmingham. Oh, we don't like that. We do mod class 47s up here, mate. East Coast Way. Oh, God, okay. Well, for that timetable, it's in there twice. So it is in East Coast Way. Oh, Cathcart, it said it was on. Yep, Cathcart we're in. A couple of services. So it's a three-parter. Why don't we just do that as one? Newton to Glasgow Central, Glasgow Central to Neilston, Neilston to Newton. So the whole thing. Oh, that's quite cool. We like that. We've done East Coast Mainline. Great Western Express on the Diesel Legends. Reading and London Paddington. From London Paddington as far as Reading. So yeah, so that's integrated into that. And driver's light engine to London Paddington to take over the following express route. So okay, this is making it more worthwhile getting now, isn't it? It's not going to be on London to Brighton. No. Midland Mainline? Didn't mention Midland Mainline. No, we got the 47. Northern Transpennine, I don't think it mentioned. Yeah, it is on Northern Transpennine. Leeds to Manchester with 2 locomotives. Driving eastbound locomotive hauled Transpennine service, calling it Huddersfield only. Okay, this is certainly becoming more interesting. It's not going to be on South Eastern high speed. No. And West Cornwall. Shall we finish? And it's on West Somerset as well, the home of Thomas. Diesel Gala, yeah, it's in there. Yeah, so there we go. So you can do an all-stop service. Right, we'll finish then with a little bit of Great Western Express, my local line. There we go. timetable, Diesel Legends, 47, and there we go. Yeah, I genuinely didn't think I'd be recommending this route. It's had some bugs. I thought it wasn't going to be for me. But yeah, yeah. Right. So reverser into full. Oh, I messed up having my throttles mapped. That button. Forward. Oh, hang on. Uncouple one bit. Oh god, hang on. We got to uncouple. What are we driving a train? Not uncoupling them. Okay. Oh, hang on. No, we've probably got an engine at the back, haven't we? That's hauled us in. Welcome to London Piddington, where I will be on Saturday morning. Yeah. There we go. Right, unlock doors. I've got to run all the way back down here again now. I won't be watching you, but have fun. If you see Paddington nick his sandwich. The American show I watched last week tonight with John Oliver actually had a clip this week of showing some British soldiers beating up a Paddington statue, not the one in Paddington, whilst being very drunk. Right, let's unlock. Right, marker lights on, headlights on. Done. Right, we'll load passengers. We probably won't go as far as Reading, but we'll go a little way in this, because Reading is going to be a while. But yeah, I genuinely like it. The fact that it adds up more, so if you're an old diesel fan, it's worth getting this just for the ability that it integrates into other routes. That's what we need more of, Dovetail. Give us locos, give us DMUs, give us trains, even if they are doing a timetabled service as a rail tour. I don't mind that. It's fine, I don't care. Just put more stuff as timetabled services. That's what we want. Go via gantry. Oh god, I meant to use my throttles again. That. Okay, brakes off. And we are off. Passenger, good. Again, this route really needs a rework because it's just not busy enough. Thankfully, the remaster that they're doing for Great Western Express hopefully will make it busier. See ya. But yeah, like it a lot. Don't forget, with these things, once they're installed, and there are timetabled services for these rail tours, if you're doing another route, you will see these rail tours. Providing in this, you're in the Diesel Legends timetable. Right, go via the gantry. But yeah, we're only going as far as Reading. Maybe see if we can get up to line speed. Yeah, this route's never been one, even on the standard timetable, it's never been busy. It's ridiculously empty, but there is a rework coming to it. So at that point, hopefully, and I'm on the Diesel Legends timetable for this as well, so there's even less trains. And I've got to admit, I was disappointed when I first heard Great Western Express from Paddington. I was thinking, yes, train to Swindon. And it was like, what do you mean it only goes as far as Reading? Have fun, Michael. But yeah, like that a lot. Let's do the slowlying. Done. Oh, wrong one. That one. Silence. Even the audio's good. I like that. I do like that. There we go. We like that. I think next week, having discussed it earlier, I think we've got to go back and do some London commuter, don't we? Because it's been too long since we've done a bit of London commuter, a bit of full-on, full timetable action. So I think that's going to be next week. Don't forget, Easter weekend, we're going to be returning and looking at Thomas, doing some stuff with him. And then who knows what we're going to get release-wise coming up. I can't keep up. But then we will start going back and maybe looking at some of the things I haven't done for a long time. We will go back to those. So there we go. Yeah, like that. Go and buy it. That's it. Recommendation over. Next stream back tomorrow night for some trucking and tunes, carrying on from Bergen, where we were in the Scandinavias. And then not here Saturday because off to Dover and Hastings via Londinium. But then Sunday back with some farming, and then back next week for more things. Tuesday some more trains. Wednesday is going to be 2 Point Hospital. Thursday I think is bingo. Next Friday is something. Maybe we'll try Roblox golf again. And next Saturday is quiz. And yes, more things. So there we go. Thanks, you lot in chat, for keeping me company for the last couple of hours. To Michael for resubscribing for 55 of the months. Thank you, Michael. Tuesday, Train Sim World 5. Wednesday, 2 Point Hospital. Thursday, Roblox British Railways. Oh, yeah, that. Friday, to be confirmed. Saturday's the quiz. Sunday is farming. Well, there you go. So Friday, maybe Roblox. Golf then. We'll see if we get enough of us next week. So thank you, Michael, for resubscribing. And thank you, Wheeze, for following earlier. I will be back with other people tomorrow night to do some of the trucking type things and play the music type stuff. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.